Hi, I'm Brian. Hey y'all, it's Pam here. I sat down last week with our friend and neighbor Hannah, and she was kind enough to let me interview her. And for those of you who don't know, Derek and Hannah both have very successful YouTube channels, and they've been a great inspiration to us and many others around here. They have helped us out many times in many different ways, and we really appreciate and admire all of the things that they've done. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out Derek and Hannah's channels, which I'll link below.
Yeah.
Hello.
I don't know, you'd be scared of me.
This is Hannah, my neighbor Hannah.
Hello.
From High Carb Hannah, and from Handeeman and High Carb Hannah.
Yeah.
But she's the other half of, or Handeeman's the other half of Hannah.
That's me. Yeah.
Anyway, so we were just talking about how I'm uncomfortable in front of the camera, but I want to like interview some people that we know out here off grid, and
neighbors.
Some people that are on grid too, perhaps. But I'm very self-conscious in front of the camera, and she's been doing this a long time. So first of all, I have a list of questions, and I wanted to ask her.
I'm right here.
I'm going to ask you.
I don't
folks.
Talk to
Yes,
the third person.
should I talk to the camera? Because earlier when we were watching a video, Brian's like, "You got to look at the camera." So now I'm going to like stare at the camera, like.
Yeah, but you have to look at like the actual camera. Because if you look at this, then it's like you're just looking
the
at
eye.
That was one of the biggest things I had to learn when I started YouTube, because I would always look at the screen, and then it was like I was just looking at myself, and then I had to learn to look at the lens.
Oh, okay.
Because then it feels like you're looking at the people.
See, I'm learning things here.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing I want to ask is, how many subscribers do you have?
I don't know.
You don't. I think she has.
On which
the
channel?
last time I looked. Oh, that's right. She has. They have multiple channels.
I think on High Carb Hannah I have like 690,000.
And then I think they have another channel called Unconventional.
It's my channel.
Oh, that's
your
your channel.
Yeah, that's a funny thing that you said you want to start your own channel, because like, so when Derek and I got together, he had started a vlog channel, which is his Handeeman channel, and he did all of the filming, all of the editing, and I didn't like that. So now he's doing like his construction videos, because we're building a new house, and I was just like, I'm gonna start an off-grid vlog channel.
It's a great idea, because
yeah, there's just so much to vlog about. But
That's
that one's
true.
called Unconventional Living.
And how did you meet Derek?
We went on YouTube.
So it was after you had already had an established channel.
Well, he was on YouTube before me, and when we met, he actually had more subscribers than I did.
Oh, interesting.
I immediately like blew past him.
So what led you here? What led you here? Why did you pick St. David?
Okay, so we lived originally in Minnesota when Derek moved to the U.S., and then we were gonna move to Hawaii, and I didn't want to stay. We had to wait like 6 months for the dogs to get approved to move there, and I was like, why don't we just sell my house and we'll move somewhere warm where we can cycle and get rid of our car and be really minimal. So we like sold everything we owned because we thought we were gonna be moving to Hawaii. And then we lived in Tucson for a year just with like bikes, no furniture, like barely anything. We literally had 2 spoons, 2 forks, 2 plates.
I remember that. I know all this, but I'm just telling other people, because I watched them from from a long way back, like probably 3 years, because we've been out here a year and a half, and then
So I went on a trip to New York, and I hated it there. Like, it was so dirty and rainy and gross. And when I came back, I was just like, oh my God, I love living here. And I asked Derek, I said, do you want to just stay here? Because it's so cheap.
So he went to New York with you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I came back to Tucson, and I just felt like I loved it so much. Came back from New York, and I was like, I want to stay here. So we started looking at land. And we actually started looking at tiny houses and stuff. And then we met this couple, Bob and Karen, who live in Bisbee.
How did you meet them? Because I've
They
seen
watched
that
our
video.
YouTube channel.
Oh, it did. So they contacted you.
We
guys.
were actually going to look at a tiny house to buy in San Diego and to move to California at that point. And when I saw their house and what they did, they're the 6-year-old couple that built their own straw bale cob kind of house. So cool, like
I've seen
so
it.
hippie.
It's really cool.
It's amazing. Maybe Pam can link the like tour that
Yeah,
Derek did.
I'll link it to this
But
video.
I just fell in love. They were telling us about Cochise County and how it's super lenient. And then we just looked for land and we just bought land and yeah.
So, if you could do it again, if you could do it all over again, what would you change and what would you tell others before taking this step? Because we know there's a lot of other people trying to do the same thing.
Yeah. So if I could do it over again, I would never have built the tiny house.
Ah, you go straight. Well, what would you live in though? In the
I would,
meantime,
instead of building that on wheels and then moving it from Tucson, I would have just had, like me and Derek would have just built a 400 square foot small house on a foundation, and then in the future built a bigger house and maybe use that as a guest house. But tiny houses that are on trailers are just so expensive. They're considered an RV, so you can't live in them forever. And in our county, the minimum square footage is only 400 square feet. So if we had built something that was 400 square feet, we'd have double the living space, and we technically wouldn't have had to build another house, which we probably would have and use that as a guest house or something. But just the way that we did it, it was very expensive. Like our trailer alone was like $5,000, and I don't know. Derek was just really into the tiny house movement. And when we first built the tiny house, we didn't really know what we were gonna do. We thought like maybe we'd travel with it or whatever. I never would have put a bed in a loft or had a composting toilet inside.
Oh, right, because you have to go down a ladder. Like, that would kill me.
See, that's not like the big issue. It's more just like cleaning up there. I mean, the way that I would have designed my house, I would have done a lot differently. But I probably wouldn't have done, like, I would still move here. I would still do everything else the same. I would just design my house so that I wouldn't technically have to build another one.
I think I would not live in an RV again. I would, or maybe just, I wouldn't have agreed to it unless it was like only going to be a year, because now we're coming up on 2 years. But so
three it'll be 3.5 years of me living in that tiny house.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a long time. Okay, so now that more people have moved here, do you feel like you've lost some of the solitude of the place? And you still, because we try not to crowd, you know.
I like it better. I like wish more people moved here. But I don't know, or it'd be nice to like get to know everybody that lives around here, because we know each other from YouTube.
Yeah, I think I am gonna try to get to know more people. We do know, like, we know the people across the way and some people down the street.
I just think it'd be cool if we kind of had like a commune, but everybody had their own property and like did their own thing.
That's kind of the way it is, which is nice, because I mean, we all moved out here for solitude, for the same things basically. So
yeah, would you guys have still moved out here?
Definitely. I love it, except for the big erosion cracks
and the RV.
Well, thank you for being on the show today.
You are welcome. In front of this beautiful purple shed.
And oh, the view out here, look at that view. You have the same view but a different perspective. But
yeah, I like how you're next to these hills. Like,
I really like it. I have my own little hiking trail up there. Nice. You're welcome anytime.
I need to go hiking. Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.